Hi guys, welcome to episode 4. We're going to get started straight away today from where we left off. There's a couple of YouTube comments I wanted to address. Somebody in the comments was telling me that specifically you do not need to use a metal ingot in order to make this ingot cast. You can in fact use a brick, or any kind of brick for that matter. So you could use seared brick or a clay brick, the normal kind, or a nether brick if you have the netherrack lying around. All of that is usable in order to make the ingot cast. Another thing is that I was putting the wrong where's an iron ingot? When I was trying to show you how to repair, I was putting the the tool into the wrong slot, so there you go. If I put the tool into this slot, the tool slot, and then put the iron ingot into either one of these, it allows me to repair the axe. I'm not going to, because as you can tell there's not much point, but it does fully repair it. I'm not quite sure how much a single iron ingot would repair it by, but I'm going to guess it's going to be around about 1/3. Okay, so our first task today is finding diamonds. The best and fastest way for us to do that, I think actually, is to use my old mining route that I made in the beginning, down these here stairs, which go all the way down to level 5, I believe. So I'm going to cut the camera, I'm going to do some mining, and then I'll be back once I've found the goodies. Okay, bye. Okay, we're back, and for a while there I was wondering whether diamonds were really spawning, and I'll show you why. I do branch mining much the way most people do. Here I am at Y level 7. Was it down this shaft? No. This one? No. This one? No. How about this one? No. 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 This one? Well, no. How about this one? No. As you can see, I got so fed up with it that I started digging them quite short, just to cover more area rather than being as thorough as I normally am. Finally, it was down this shaft. And here, in the wall, is our very first diamond. Ta-da! Okay, cool. We can finally move on with the show. Is there any more? Absolutely. So 4 diamonds total. That's actually an alright haul for the first time. I'm a little miffed that it took so long to get it. I think I've been digging for a good 50 minutes now. Going up and down these stairs, repairing my pickaxe. As you can see, it's nearly dead down there in the second slot of my action bar. And I've repaired it about 6 times. Got a lot of other materials in the process though. We got several blocks of iron, a couple of blocks of gold, silver, copper. We got a decent amount of coal, and in fact I kept finding diamonds, kept finding emeralds of all things. So that's great. Something emeralds will allow us to do is start quickly with magical crops. And one of the first plants I want to grow with magical crops is of course the coal plant. So something I might actually do now is show you how that is done, because we should have enough emeralds. We do. We need 4 emeralds. We're going to put the diamonds in here for now, as well as the rest of our haul. And that, and that, and the cobble can go in the barrel. Okay, diamonds. And we need essence. And all you do is you surround your emerald in essence, or at least that's how I thought it went. Dun dun dun. Uses. This is what we want to make. We want to make infusion stone, and 8 pieces of infusion essence around. We're going to make 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we want to take that and then do it like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And somehow we have made an extra one. Odd. Very odd. Oh well, I'm not going to say no. Magical essence. So we can upgrade that magical essence, which we might do in a bit, and I should contact the mod author about that font color, it's horrible. It doesn't show up in the tooltip. We want to make coal seeds. So we've got those 4 weak essence. We need some seeds and 4 pieces of coal. That is no problem at all. Seeds, 4 pieces of coal, bring it over here, seeds in the middle, I believe it was weak essence around that, and then 4 coal in the corners. We have our first coal seeds. These are going to be pretty important to us, and while I'm at it, I should get planting them, although the sun is going down. To beat the sun or wait? I think we'll wait. In the meantime, what we'll do is either make quickly one of these, then sleep. And it's going to be very haphazard at first. We're not going to organize this much at all. But what I might do is I'm going to speed up here and get us an infinite water source. See you in a second. Ta-da! Infinite water source. Great. Take some of that. And I think we're just going to start it down here. Why not? It's reasonably flat around here. As I said, it's going to be pretty haphazard at first. I'm not going to worry too much about how we place our crops just yet. I mean, we don't even really have our base livable yet, let alone crops. Yeah, here will do just fine, why not? Coal. Excellent. So this magical crop will eventually grow up. It takes quite some time into a coal crop. And that will give us coal when we harvest it, and a chance to give us an extra seed for planting. So that's why it costs so much just to get one, because the idea is not that you create your entire crop off one, but that you get your first of a crop and then slowly but surely grow it into a full-sized crop. And I'm just processing some silver here. But the very first thing we need to do anyway is get on with the show to get him Manilian, and in order to do that we need one of our lovely diamonds. Now, somebody left a comment in the episode prior to this one, and they said that you can in fact make steel tools with Tinker's Construct natively now. And while I don't not believe you, I cannot seem to find a way to do it in my particular build as it is, and I will show you. If I go to steel and then I go to the Tinker's Construct steel ingot, or even the molten steel, I'm pressing the button for the recipe here over the molten steel. This would normally bring up Tinker's Construct very own recipe handler to show you how in fact you make the liquid version, but even if I go to steel here, it's only showing me the thermal expansion way to make steel, and that's okay. You are absolutely right steel could be used in place of a diamond on the tool in order to get obsidian, but for our build we can't do it natively off the smelter, it seems. So unless I'm missing something, which I very well could be, but who knows. Thank you for the tip anyway. So, I just want to repair the pick first of all, and then add diamond to it. You'll see now that the mining level changes to obsidian. Mining level there, redstone. Mining level now, obsidian. So that means we can now start collecting obsidian. So once again, I'm going to speed up. I'm going to grab some water in this bucket, and I'm going to go hunting for obsidian. See you in a bit. Tricked you. Actually, no. I started going that way because I knew that there was lava in the pits down there, but I decided it's probably better actually to go this way now that I know there's lava this way. So, now I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I've returned from outer space. 12 obsidian. 10 for the portal and 2 for what we're going to be making next, which is an Elamite pickaxe head. The Elamite pickaxe head is necessary for us to be able to get our first cobalt and first ardite from the nether for Tinker's Construct. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up these stairs. I'm going to get to the smeltery. I'm going to make the Elamite. And then we will see how we're running for time. I have a feeling we might be running close to a wrap up, but if we're not, we'll head off to the nether. Okay, we're back. I have the necessary pieces for making the Elamite. We need 2 iron, 2 obsidian, and 5 aluminium. Because we need 5 aluminium, I have bauxite ore which melts down to aluminium. But remember, it's doubling with a smeltery. So actually this is 6 aluminium I have here. So we will have 1 aluminium left over, and there's a little bit of silver left in here, so I'm just going to let that run out and start pouring that into the ingot cast here. Silver looks a lot like iron. Reactor craft silver, it seems, is taking the priority here on the smeltery table. Oh well. It's not a very good way to prioritize which mod has which priority with their ore right now. Hopefully something like that comes along in 1.7. We can only hope. Well, 1.8 by now. As you can see, we've also got one nugget left. As far as I know, there is no nugget cast. So in order to get that out, we kind of have to pour it and then break whatever it's poured into. And we have an equal issue here. We've got enough silver in there that I want to keep it, but there's not enough to make a block. So a trick that you can do here is that you can pour it directly out of the casting basin into something smaller. So if I take my crescent hammer here, take off that pipe, attach it there, move that, change that to output, turn that on, it'll start casting into that cast now, and we can get the silver out that way. So while we're waiting for that to pour out, I'll get this started. 2 iron, 2 obsidian, and 3 bauxite. Well, 5 aluminium. And I think that's it for the silver. So we can just attach that back there, turn that off, turn that on, break that. Oh, there's a little bit in there, probably a nugget or something. Put our casting basin back. Casting table. And how are we doing in here? Iron's done, aluminium's done, and just waiting for the obsidian, which takes a little while. Now we're going to have more alumite than we're actually going to need once that's finished. That's okay. We'll never use it. That's the one thing about that particular metal in Tinker's Construct, is it's not really used for anything once you've acquired the next tier on, which is a shame really. It's one of the pitfalls of game design, unfortunately. We are desperately running out of room. Oh dear. We have wood though. And I'm just going to be messy and make a soaring chest for now. We'll organise things later. Because something we might end up doing very, very soon is going to the nether. We have exactly 3 alumite. So the important thing here is that we get our pickaxe head. And we might get another ore here. Actually, I believe I learned this one off Dyer. But I should be able to click on the alumite and it will ensure that it comes out first. And he's right. We have an alumite pickaxe head. Perfect. That only costs 1 ingot, remember, so we actually have 2 more alumite ingots in here. Bright pink. Perfect for someone like Aurelian. We have 2 obsidian and 1 aluminium. So let's pour the obsidian first. And make a tool rod out of that. Making a tool rod out of obsidian just makes sure that we have a little bit of durability. The one thing about alumite is it has horrible durability on the actual tool, so it's not good for extended mining trips. But there we have it. We have all the parts we need for our cobalt and ardite collecting pick. Oh, not sure what I did there. Nether pick. Alright, the other thing that I'm going to do with this particular pick, hello Griffin, is kill a griffin. And put its loot in there. But cobalt and ardite take a little while to mine, so I want to ensure that it has haste on it. And to do that, that's all you need to do. And then finally, 47. It's a tricky procedure. Now we have 50 out of 50. May as well just go the whole hog. 1, 2. Just make that easier. We have a completely hasted Elamite pick with no other upgrades. So that should be nice and fast once we get into the nether. Which I keep alluding to, which I promise we will get to. But as I said, because we have our mighty new pick, which won't be kept around for very long, is that I'm going to pause here, and I'll be right back after I check the time of the video. Okay, we do have enough time to at least open the portal to the nether and take a peek inside. So I only have with me what we need to take. I'm taking the armor because hopefully that'll just let us live a little longer, and I'm not so worried if we lose it. Flint and steel to light the portal, the stuff to make the portal, the nether pick, a weapon, food, and a set of torches. And it's starting to become nighttime. That seems to be a theme of this, is whenever we start something new, the sun wants to be going down. I'm actually going to need a little extra help. Why not take a stack? Alright, so for now, again, haphazard, I think we'll just stick the portal here. Might move the portal later. We shall see. There we are. One nether portal. Now, nether is scary because we do have some nasty things on the other side. We seem to actually have a reasonably safe starting area in the nether. We're not dropped outside where gas can get us. We're in a nice cave system. Something very important for us to do, though, is mark down where we are. Home. Group. Nether. And the rest is fine. Great. Now we can't possibly get lost. Why not waste some of this durability on some nether quartz while we're here? Something Better Trees and Grass does is it has these tiny little stalactites hanging off the underside of nether brick, or netherrack, sorry. Delicious glowstone. This is ash, so this is from one of the biomes, plenty biomes in the nether. The thing we're looking for is either blue or yellow in the walls, and you're all going to spot it, and I'm going to completely miss it. And then you're going to be yelling at the screen. But I won't hear you. And there's a ghast. When in the nether, this here, I believe, is nether essence. It's just like the normal essence that we find underground for the magical crops. But it's in the nether. Ow. Smouldering grass. the one thing about starting in caves in the Nether, unfortunately, is that it can be a bit harder to spot things because it's just not as open, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to stick us into hyperspeed mode until I found a little bit of what we're looking for, and then I'll be back. See you soon. And we found some hidden in the dark here. We found some cobalt. Alright, so that's the first of what we need. Now we need to find its little brother, Ardite. So what I'll do is, again, I'll go into hyperspeed until I found that. See you soon. Okay, I already found 2 pieces of Ardite before this, but I forgot to stop. So here is what Ardite looks like. It's the harder to spot of the 2. Just like diamonds, make sure to dig around it. So what I'm going to do is, oh, there's another piece. I am actually going to cut here until I find a reasonable, oh, and hopefully will not die. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How bad's that weather? Okay. It's not good at all. It's interesting that she spawns here. That's a desert type creature. A nighttime desert type creature. So I guess this here soul sand is from Biomes of Plenty, and is considered a nether desert biome, so I'm thinking that's why she turns up, but whew. I'm still in shock a little bit. Okay, let's spot some more. Hopefully we won't find any more Anubis. No, it was just near the quartz. Okay, anyway, yes, I'm going to cut here. I'm going to find some more cobalt and Ardite, and I'll see you back at the base. Okay, here we are back in what I've deemed the kind of way back to our base from the rest of the nether, with 16 Ardite and 10 cobalt ore. Normally it would be the other way around. I'd normally find a lot more cobalt than I would Ardite. But I'm not going to push my luck, because there's one piece of advice I can give all of you. And that is, don't push your luck when it comes to the nether and hunting Ardite and cobalt. The first time you go in there looking for the stuff, only take what you need, because invariably every single time I have gone and decided, oh no, I'll just get 20 of each. Oh no, I'll just get 30 of each. Something terrible happens and I lose it all. It's not just that I die and my stuff spills and I run back to my body. It's that I die and fall into lava, or that one piece of fire that was laying around, or something horrible. So yes, never push your luck when it comes to cobalt and ardite the first time. So we're just going to head back to base. Which is up this way. And then I think what we'll do is I'll cap off this episode by making our first Manulin pickaxe. I think that'll be a good place to stop, because that'll hit us around 40-ish minutes. I try to go for 30, just to make the YouTube uploads happy, but I never seem to hit that. Okay. Okay. Here we go. This is good. So, I'm just going to clear out my inventory. As you can see, I got quite a lot of stuff. And I only died once. And getting back to the body was very uneventful. So, don't worry about that. Got some netherwort, glowstone, all the good things. Even got some gas tears. That'll help us out when we need to make a magnum torch later to help keep the mobs at bay. Even got some hellbark wood, which is quite nice looking wood if you ask me. Alright, so, oh, hello, Leah cat. I guess we should sleep first. I'm kind of a bit turned around. Alright, daytime. Ardite and cobble. Making the alloy, which is Manulin. 1 ardite and 1 cobble is 1 Manulin ingot. It's not 2. And the same goes with smelting it down. You're not going to get 2 of each when you melt down cobalt and ardite. You're only going to get 1 of each. The reason for that, I guess, is a balancing act, but we need to make a binding, a rod, and something else we want to make is a ardite binding, because that will give us, if we look in the book over here, Stonebound I believe it's called, which I think I mentioned in a prior episode, makes your tools faster depending on how much damage they've taken. So let's find materials. Ardite, stonebound, yeah. So it's a fantastic thing to make any part of the, except for the head. The head has to be Manulin. That's the trick. Actually, we can make the head out of cobalt. And I think we'll do that. So we've got 4 Manulin ingots. So I was wrong. It is 2 per. So one of these and one of these is 2 Manulin ingots. I think at one stage it was only 1, which is where I'm getting that from. But obviously I'm wrong now. We get 4 Manulin ingots. So something I'm going to do here is I'm going to make 2 of these. And the reason for that is that I'm going to make a sword later. Actually, why not make another couple? Because usually I make the tool rods of my other tools out of Manulin as well. There we go. How much Manulin do we have in there? 2. So the cobalt head of our pickaxe, and you want to make sure that we don't put cobalt in there or else they'll mix, unfortunately, so we can't cook them both at once. Not unless I'm quick anyway. So what I'll do is I'll put the ardite in once this is at about half so we don't have to wait as long. Oh, and the other thing that I should do while we wait, sword blade. Unfortunately we won't be able to make the sword until I get hold of some cactus, but that should be soon, hopefully. I'll go running about at some point between the episodes and find some cactus. We can put that in there now. We want the pickaxe head. Oh, that's unfortunate. We can make it, melt it back down, but I forgot to switch it to the cobalt. So we have a cobalt head. And the reason we want cobalt head is because the cobalt head is faster. Yeah, the cobalt head is the fastest material. So again, if we look at materials in new, if we come across here all the way to the end, cobalt has a mining speed of 11 compared to 8 from ardite and 9 to manulin. So we use the tool rod of the pickaxe made of manulin for the highest durability. So if we come back across to here, the durability is 2.5 times compared to 1.75 and 2 times. So a tool rod of I'm just switching to the ardite here so I don't mess it up like last time. Tool rod of manulin, binding of ardite, and head of cobalt, and we have potentially the most efficient pickaxe that Tinker's Construct can offer us, not including the modifiers that we'll put on it. Yes, and the tool rod. And something I always like to call my tools is based on, it's a silly thing, you'll see, the Lucky Lady. We're calling it Lucky Lady because we're going to put fortune on this pickaxe. So the pickaxe will have fortune on it, and it's the Lucky Lady. And then I'll call my sword usually something like the Deadly Duke, and my shovel the Shoveling Steward. It's just something I do. It's silly. And this brings us to putting lapis on our tool. One of the first things we need to do, and before we do that, because that's going to take forever, as you can see, when you put lapis on, it's 1 out of 450. From 1 to 450 is fortune, no fortune, to having fortune 3. So at about 225, you end up with fortune 2. In somewhere between 1 and 225, you end up with fortune 1, and at 450 you end up fortune 3. It takes a while to get that much lapis, but it's worth it. And of course, as you get fortune on your tool, the more lapis you get when you mine with it. So, as you can see, we haven't actually earned fortune 1 on the Lucky Lady yet, but also something that can happen when you're using a tool with luck on it is that there's a very small chance for you to earn another piece of lapis for that count. So if I'm digging up materials with this pickaxe, I may have a chance for it to go up to 58, and then 59, and then 60. So not all of it comes from lapis alone. Some of it comes with digging by the mere fact that you have lapis on it. The other thing we're going to want on this, of course, is haste. And you've all seen me put haste on tools before. And we're going to put 100 on. We're just going to max it out. So now, let's do the test. And while we wait, I'm going to melt down this manual and pickaxe head. So yeah, we have a tool which its base is mining speed 11. It's now mining speed 19 thanks to the redstone. It potentially will have fortune on it soon. And in the future, something we might like to do with it is make it a little more deadly so that we don't have to switch to a weapon or something. But there we have it, the lucky lady. Oh, something else we want to put on there later is some sort of repair mechanism so that we don't have to use cobalt all the time to repair it. Because as I mentioned before, you need the material that the head is made from in order to repair it. So it's another reason why not to make the head out of manulin as well, is to have a more cost-effective material. But we need 2 sticks and 3 cobblestone, because this is a stone pickaxe. This is the speed that I was going at full speed, 100%. This is how slow it was. This is how fast it is now. So I think that's going to go a lot quicker. Something else we're going to work towards, and those of you who know Tinker's Construct have probably already been shouting at the screen the whole time we've been working up to this, is make a sledgehammer. Absolutely, we're going to make a sledgehammer, and we're probably going to make it out of manulin, because I think we have enough. We need 8 for the head, and the rest of it is history. But to do that, we need to upgrade our tool station, and I think we'll save that for next episode. And as the sun goes down, I think we'll end the episode here. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.